Nick, now we should be looking at, after all this talk, what solutions can we prefer? How do we cut down the impact of insecurity in our development as a nation? You live in the UK, and then you've seen where systems are, the way system is actually working. What can you take us through?
The simple and direct answer to your question is what Honorable Tony has been talking about, leadership. By creation, God made man to be led. So in the Garden of Eden, God was providing the leadership. And after that, God made Adam the leader. We had leaders like Noah, we had prophets, we had kings. To this day, the quality of leadership determines the quality of the people. And I was preaching a homily to the university community in Makodi, in Benue State University, over the weekend at Pentecost. And I told them that in the Bible, the same people of Israel, when their king, one man, king, worshipped God, the entire people worshipped God. When that one man, king, followed after other gods and worshipped idols, the same people followed him to worship those idols. So leadership is the basic thing. If you go to any place and there is semblance of sanity and things are working well, like we're in Radio Maria, see how clean this studios is, see how organized everything is the leader of this place that is making it.
It's not me.
If the leader of this place were absent, I can assure you that the staff of Radio Maria will also be absent. Now, there are two halves to the leadership question. Honorable Tony and Sir Noel has spoken about one half of it. There are two halves to leadership. There is the preventative and there is the curative. They have spoken about the curative, meaning bad leaders are in office, so let's go occupy the space, let's protest, let's try and get these bad leaders to deliver good governance. It's okay. But there's the other half that we also have to take care of, and I think is the better half. And that half is prevent bad people from getting into leadership position in the first place. Because as they say, prevention is better than cure. So if you stop bad people from taking leadership position, almost all of what we've been discussing here for the last hour or half will be taken care of. And how do we do that? In Nigeria, we have the electoral circle. That is where leadership emerges. The bad people have seized the space, they are operating in the space, they are scoring goals against us. And like I was telling people yesterday, if you are in a match with someone, they are on a football field scoring goals against you, and instead of jumping into that field to defend yourself and attack them and defeat them on that game, you went and are playing hockey, thinking that you are getting back at that man. You are going to lose the match. So if the politicians are using the electoral process to superintend themselves over us, to legitimize themselves over us, we have no choice than to use the electoral process to fight back. And the simple way to use the electoral process to fight back is our voters' card. They are in Eagle Square now. The PDP were in the stadium the other week.
The bigger place.
That is their time. They are doing their own game. Our game will come next year, in February and March, when the elections will happen. With our voters' card, we can give dirty slaps to all of them in terms of what they are doing.
And change our team.
We can change the thing.
Team.
So it doesn't matter. In Nigeria now, we have 18 political parties. The problem we have is that all of us are so fixated with two, PDP and APC. If we have our voters' card, if APC and PDP, who seem to always like bad candidates, feeding them in elections, feed those their bad candidates, we can use our voters card and follow the good people and vote them on whatever platform they stand and elect them. In the 2019 presidential election, there were like 30 million votes that were cast, but there are no less than 100 million Nigerians who are eligible to vote. If the 70 million came out and said, we don't like the PDP candidate, we don't like the APC candidate, this is the person we want, we are going there, what will stop that person from becoming our president? Why it might be difficult to do it at the national level, it's very easy to do it at the local and state levels. Like I'm from Benue, 2019, the governor won the election with 400,000 votes. But there are up to 4-5 million people in Benue who should vote. If 1 million of them came and said, we don't like this man, because from 2015 he delivered nothing, till 2019, we are voting someone else on XYZ party. What would have stopped us? Nothing. So Nigerians can analyze the problems. We can sit here and complain. We can mourn, we can wail. We can go onto social media, we can do all of those things. Nothing is going to change until we have good leaders. Some people will tell you, but leaders come out from the people. True. But I think in God's creation, it's not everybody that he has made as a leader. I actually think that there are like 10% or less of all humanity that God has given true, genuine leadership qualities. What makes nations great is when the people identify those people within that 10% and install them as leaders. And once you do that, problems are solved. That's just what it is. So the power is with us. And if anybody is listening to us now and hasn't gone to go and get their voters card with registration closing on the 30th of June, I think you are an enemy of the nation. Because if you see all that is happening in this country now and you think you will not participate to decide who are our leaders at all levels in 2023, you don't like Nigeria.
All right, thank you, Nick. So one thing, identifying good leaders. 1. 2, the political space has been captured by those without vision. So we need to identify leaders, men and women with vision, and then push them right into the political space. I think I saw something trending on the social media somewhere in Lagos. They are asking people that they will shut down the market on a particular day. Shut down the market. If you're a GAO, make sure your apprentice, your secretary, your clerk, ensure that they go out to and get registered. That after they shut down on a particular day, they will still come around to all the shops in the market and be asking each and every business operator, where is your PVC? And then if you're unable to produce yours, you are, and they said you are an enemy of the union. So such consciousness as it heightens, and then people are mobilized, what Nick says is possible.
Very possible. I want to say that we run a bus company, and we did a recruitment recently, and we've told the applicants that if you don't have a PVC, we can't give you a job.
Also, in essence, that is part of our skills required.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yes.